Catching a wave. Local surfers gathered to mark 100 years since the city was visited by the Hawaiian man credited with the sport's development. The Duke Longboard Festival at St Clair also attracted dozens of spectators.
We thought it was a fitting thing to do instead of celebrating a war, to celebrate something that was really a gift to the nation of New Zealand.
Local self-described geeks and pop culture enthusiasts dressed up for the annual Armageddon Expo. It was the third time the event's been held in Dunedin, giving locals a chance to express the nerd culture through cosplay and gaming. Also in March, work began on a multi-million-dollar science initiative at the University of Otago. Cabinet Minister Stephen Joyce launched the Ageing Well project, aiming to improve the lives of elderly residents around the country.
From now until the end of the 2020s, we expect to go from having 650,000 people over the ages of 65 to over 1 million, and getting on towards a quarter of our population. And that, of course, brings lots of challenges, including, not least, the long-term financial cost of the health care of people as they age.
Dunedin residents also walked their way into the history books, participating in the country's largest Relay for Life fundraising event. Thousands of locals collectively raised more than $200,000 for the Cancer Society during the 24-hour relay. Meanwhile, an unprecedented number of barracuda attacks on the local yellow-eyed penguin population concerned conservation workers. They helped nurse more than 50 injured birds back to health.
Yellow-eyed penguins and barracuda feed on the same fish, and they must be feeding in the same place. Apparently barracuda feed just by snapping, and so they'll be a bit indiscriminate, and so if penguins get in the way, they get these lacerations.
Dunedin political leaders and community heavyweights supported calls for the government to abandon the controversial Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. About 1,500 people marched in protest against the deal.
Well, everyone in New Zealand needs to worry about it because it's going to make it more difficult for us to have the laws that we want to protect our interests.
More than $20,000 went to charity following an unconventional fundraising event. It involved the journey of thousands of bright yellow rubber ducks down the Leith waterway. And the iconic annual Hyde Street Cake Party finished off the month. Students attracted widespread public condemnation after a St John emergency vehicle was vandalised in the fracas and a dozen revellers were arrested. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.